So a lot of my recent work has been exploring a lot of that kind of behavior and gestures that are, I often feel, very culturally specific to, like, or in terms of the internet, like how I would find one information on this English site, but I wouldn't find it in another Korean site. So I've been exploring a lot with that kind of technology, and especially social media, in terms of how platforms are created in a very organic manner, like through engineers, like how people get together and certain communities are built on it, or sometimes platforms are built to actually cater to certain groups of people to create their own communities. And as an artist, I feel like I use it as I see it as a very organic space where it's very human and where I'm part of a larger thing but I'm also like only a small speck of it if I think about it. So before, I will show you a video that pretty much captures where I come from. Awesome. That's a great response. I love it. So as any artist, I struggle having a day job and making work at the same time. And thankfully, I have the chops, I guess, to pass as working at a tech company. So currently, I am working for a company as a community manager, taking care of people online who are using a certain product. And it's been a quite of interesting point for me balancing out, figuring out how businesses use social media and how, as an individual user and artist, I approach social media as well. So as a somebody who deals with people online, both happy people and extremely anxious and mad people. I often have to deal with and moderate conversations online that are not that nice. So it would be often like slandering the product that I'm working with, or it would be slandering other people within the community of online users. And what I would do before if I go in and jump in and say, "Hey, shut up," I would have to close my eyes, open it up, and go to that person's profile picture and look at that person. If it's an avatar, that's fine. If it's a female, male, whatever, it's fine. Take a look at that person, and then I read what they previously posted. And it's quite interesting of how much you can know or not know about a person by interacting with their profile pages. And that made me think more about, wow, whatever they're doing is like they're curating their own identity and persona. And then that became a thing where I started reflecting it on my own experience with Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, where a lot of the things that are targeted, what I put out there, is recorded and documented through these platforms, and that it comes back to me in the forms of ads, where every click, every like, every heart, every share I make, every action I take, how long I stay on a page, how often I move around, that's all recorded and documented. And I've been thinking more about that in terms of like, wow, like whatever information's given to me, it actually shows a lot, like ads that show to me actually shows what kind of person I am. Like even if I'm not trying to be that way, everything would be tracked and documented and come back to me. And there's something about me trying to present myself through curating my own profile pages and news feeds, but there's also something about ads or images telling me who I am. And I wanted to explore more of that idea of ads and just how I am almost very much naturalized into ignoring ads and overlooking them. But interestingly, being in a position as of targeting ads to people and trying to figure out who would be the best audience for it, I've been thinking a lot about, wow, this is actually interesting how it shows so much of who I am more than I want it to be. So this is a project I did with PMX. They are a collaborative curatorial project in the Bay Area. And this was a project specifically for Asian Contemporary Art Week this year. And I decided to just put myself out there as spam and be this kind of like obnoxious persona and identity that would infiltrate all the lovely followers that follow me on Twitter. And the response was interesting. Like a lot of my networked people on Twitter happen to be artists, so they immediately were like, "Oh wow, you're doing a performance thing. That's great, cool." There would be followers who are actually wanting to like hook me into their pyramid scheme, say like, "Hey, like sleep and earn money. It's great." So that was very interesting on my part to see how like the feedback I got was so different based on the entry points of where the users on that community, like how they were responding to me. So here are some examples, another example. So along with an image, I was obnoxiously posting spam that I found online in various sources. And I got muted by some of my best friends, which is unfortunate. But for the sake of art, I did it. And yes, maybe, most possibly. But I was hashtagging Asian Contemporary Art Week, so I don't know about that. And this is another one. Don't I look great on the right side? So, yes, I think that's about what I have to share with you all. Thank you very much.